Good morning, all. Welcome to the fifth short lecture. Today we are discussing the e-measurement book. Okay, e-measurement book means electronic measurement book. In this, instead of conventional pen paper method, we are recording the measurement in digital format. Okay, so that's what is called as a e-measurement book. So measurement book is an important document in which measurements are recorded for the work done by the contractor or the material received at the site or service rendered. Okay, so as you are well aware that measurement books are the important document in which the details of work done has been recorded. The contractor payments are made based on the measurement recorded in MB. So the MB maintains the accounts of work. Okay. So irrespective of the nature of the work or the amount of the work, every payment is based on the MB recorded. Okay. So whether the work is of 50 crores, 100 crores or 50,000, okay, irrespective of that nature of work, all the payments are done by referring to the measurements recorded in the measurement book. Okay, and that has to be carefully maintained because it can be produced in the court of law as a evidence. Okay, so one should take care while recording this MB. We already studied how to write MB in pen paper method and what are the precautions has to be taken in that. Okay, so now why we are needing this electronic measurement book? So why we are switching from pen paper method to digital method? Okay, so these are some necessities. The conventional MB recording procedure is tedious and time consuming. Okay, so if the nature of work is large, then you have to record each and every measurements, which will the process is time consuming and a bit tedious. Okay, so that's why we are switching to EMB. Then second necessity is measurements are repetitive and every time specification has to return spending huge human man hours. Okay, means in our MB generally it is desirable to write brief specification. Okay, as we already know that in MB or in estimate we are generally writing some brief specification of that item. So in pen paper method you have to write this repetitive, which requires man hours, means we have to deploy the special person for that. So that can be avoided in EMB. Okay, so greater precision is possible in EMB and reduction in human errors can be achieved as the all calculations are done by the computer. Then you will definitely get the greater precision, while in pen paper method it is possible there may be a human errors which can be avoided in this electronic MB. Okay. The next necessity is monitoring by higher authorities possible, so process become more transparent. So we are entering in MB the quantity of work done for a particular item. So from that quantity executed, one can monitor the progress. Suppose in BOQ the quantity of excavation is 100 meter cube and in your first RA bill you have done 50 meter cube excavation, so automatically the progress of work is 50%. So the higher authority can monitor the progress. So that can be possible in this EMB. Then next, if it is connected to payment gateway, the transfer of funds is online and quicker. If we connect the payment gateway to this platform EMB, so we can transfer the funds online. and which is quicker rather than this check method, paying by check, DD or any other. So in this online method you can pay instantly to the contractor. The next necessity, tampering of MB and loss of MB can be avoided. Okay, as this is this data is stored in digital format, so it is difficult to tamper, or it is quite impossible to tamper the data recorded, and loss of MB can be avoided. So these are some necessity of EMB. So this EMB actually it is not expected that you should enter the data in only Microsoft Excel, for example, that is spreadsheet. So generally there is a one module developed by any software company. Any software company can develop the module in which there are various entries which have to do, and on the base of the data enter they will generate the report. Okay, so in this EMB software, just you have to enter the quantity, on the base of quantity and enter the rate of that item. They will calculate the bill, then they will generate the different formats that we can design. The only thing is we have to give input in terms of the quantity. On the base of that quantity, one can design the different templates and the different reports which are required for our company. So the only thing is that we have to enter the data. Okay, so in EMB softwares there may be a different modules available. Okay, so for example, general structure of EMB module. The following statements are prepared in EMB. So first is abstract details of measurement, means the measurements which we have taken from the site, that can be entered in this, that is abstract details of measurement. Then abstract details of the cost. Okay, that may be RA bill, final bill, supplementary bill. So on the basis of the data enter of measurement and on the basis of the rates which we have entered in this software, we can generate the different details of cost, that is bill. Then material consumption statement is also possible, because we have entered suppose M20 concrete 50 meter cube. So if you design your software like that, after entering this this M20 concrete, that can they can generate the consumption of cement and sand, etc. Okay, then various progress report. So this can be there are n numbers of what you can say structure of EMB module. Okay, as per the client requirement or as per the specific requirement, any software company will give you the required design. Okay, so if any module different individuals are having different login facility and various permission for the software. Okay, if after designing the software there are various logins given to different individuals, means for executive engineer, contractor, then subdivision engineer, that is deputy engineer, then junior engineer. So they are having different logins and everyone is having the different permissions to edit the data. Okay, so what are those, that we will see. So here are some sample roles and permissions. Okay, so these are the screen or process permission. So these are the permissions and these are the individuals which are having the various permissions, okay, or the provisional roles. Suppose the first process is assign the subdivision engineer. Okay, so suppose after awarding the work to the particular contractor, then we have to assign it to that particular subdivision. Generally the tendering process is carried out by executive engineer, that is division engineer. So he has to assign that particular work to some subdivision engineer. So this assigning work is having authority in executive, that is E means executive engineer, SD means subdivision engineer. So he can assign or he can view the subdivision engineer allotment. So contractor is not applicable, because this this is a departmental process. So executive engineer assign and view these details. Then next, add various items of work. Okay. So after allotting that work, there are suppose 50 items. So that has to be added by the executive engineers, and he can view or you can add. So these do have nothing to do with that. Then next, bill process. Okay. So in this bill process, contractor is having submit and view. So this submit, he can submit the bill. In some cases, he doesn't submit the bill. This authority is given to junior engineer. In some departments, this entering of MB is the responsibility of junior engineer. So in this case, the contractor is submitting and he can view the. Then sub-division engineer, he can view, he can edit. Okay. Suppose there is a need of some editing, he can edit the measurement and he can approve and forward to the division, that is executive engineer. Then the same authority is given to executive. He can view, he can also edit, and he can approve the final bill. The next is adding escalation details. Escalation details means price variation clause. If that clause is already mentioned in the contract. Okay. So that escalation details is the authority of executive engineer. Okay. Then payment of bills, that is pass order, that is also authority of executive engineer. And then next is generate report. So after passing the bill, there are various report generation which can be viewed by any of these stakeholders. Okay. So these are the general process and permissions that can be changed according to the requirement. Okay. So these are some steps in e-measurement book or e-measurement softwares. Okay. So actually these steps are of Tech Mahindra software company. Okay. So Tech Mahindra developed one software. So these are the processes of their software. So first step is add different items of work to the particular contract. Okay. So after allotting the work to the subdivision engineer, so first step is to add different items of work to particular contract. Suppose the work is of construction of boys hostel and there are of 100 items. So the executive engineer is adding the items to that particular work. So in the login of executive engineer, various items of BOQ are added. Okay. So bill of quantity, the various items are already mentioned in the POQ. Then next step is add rate quoted, that is agreement rate. Okay. So after adding 100 items, we have to also enter the rates. So that rate is updated in this executive login. So the contract may be of item rate, that may be of percentage rate. So according to the agreement, we have to add the rate quoted. Then next is add basic escalation details. So this escalation details, there are various what you can say standard formulas to calculate the escalation price. Okay, we already studied that. So for that we require different price index, that is bitumen price index, then fuel point index, then labor price index. So these all details we can enter by this in login of executive engineer. Then add a deduction of bills. So the login of executive engineer, he can enter the deduction. Suppose for example GST, we have to deduct the GST from the bill of contractor. So that GST can be the GST detail can be entered by the executive engineer. Then next step is bill submission. So in contractor login, add quantity tab, he can enter the quantity. Okay, so suppose after the starting of work, suppose 3 months have been completed. So after 3 months, the contractor can submit the bill. So for that he has to update the quantity. So as we already discussed that this updating quantity may be done by the contractor, or in some department that authority is given to junior engineer. Okay. Then next is bill approved by subdivisional engineer. Okay. So after entering the quantity by contractor or JE, that quantity has to be checked by the subdivisional engineer. Okay. So if required, he can edit the quantity and he will approve the bill, and he forward this bill to executive engineer. Okay. So after editing of subdivision engineer, he forwarded the bill to the executive engineer. Then finally bill approved by the executive engineer. So in this executive engineer login, he can give final approval of bill. Okay. So while entering this quantity, in some softwares there are facility of importing data from various softwares, like from Excel sheet you can enter the quantity. So in some software there are facility of importing data. Okay. So that can be achieved by software. In addition to that, you can also upload the photographs while entering the quantity. So that will ensure that we have done the work on the ground. So higher authority can check that. They are not only updating the work, but they are also executing the work on the sites. That we can ensure by uploading the photographs also. Some of the departments are also in their software, we can see the coordinates of the where we are updating the quantities. Coordinates of place means, suppose you are updating the quantity at site, then the software allows to record the coordinates of that particular place. Means you will ensure that the measurements are taken at site only. Okay. If some junior engineer is sitting in his house and recording the measurements, then the coordinates of his house is actually updated in the software, so that higher authority will see that junior engineer has entering the quantity at sitting at home only, not visiting the site. Okay. So this facility is also available in sub software, that while updating the quantity, the coordinates of that place is also updated. Okay. So junior engineer should visit the site. For that, some of department also distributed the tablets, handy tablets. Okay. So they can update the quantity. Okay. Now actually various government departments are started to using this e-measurement book softwares. Okay. But there are various constraints. For example, our PWT departments also started in some division, but that cannot be become successful because there are various constraints in our government procedure. In some emergency cases, the work order is issued after completion of the work. So how would you update the data? So there are various constraints. Still, some of the government departments like Maharashtra Jivan Pradhikaran, then Delhi Development Authority, they are trying for updating this transparent e-measurement book process. But in PWT Maharashtra, it is under initial stage. They are for some sample purpose, they are started in some divisions, but that could not work due to various constraints. Okay. So here is flowchart of functioning of EMB of MGP, that is Maharashtra Jivan Pradhikaran, which are responsible for our water supply of Maharashtra department, Maharashtra state. Okay. So here is the flowchart. So suppose first start, then creation of project by executive engineer. So suppose particular project is there, that is construction of ESR. ESR is that elevated storage reservoir. So that project is created by executive engineer. Okay, and work has been awarded and work has been commenced. So after that, the measurement entry is made by the contractor and submission to JE. Okay, so this can be possible that contractor can update the measurement and submit to JE. In some cases, measurement of work taken by JE if not submitted by contractor. So that can be changed. In some cases, this JE can update the measurement. Okay. So after updating the measurement, that has to be checked by divisional or subdivisional engineer. Okay. So in MGP they have given the division engineer. In PWT this role is has to play by subdivision engineer. Okay. So after submitting this bill or quantities to the DE is to carry out at least 100% check. Okay. So he has to check all the quantities. And he has to do some necessary corrections if any if some corrections are there, so he can update the correction. Then after that, he has to send this updated copy to the contractor again for their acceptance. Okay, if contractor accepts, then we can go further. If he doesn't accept, then we have to resolve this matter at DE level. Okay, if he accepts, then DE generates the abstract of cost and forward to executive engineers. Okay, so this deputy engineer generates the abstract of cost and forward to executive engineer. If contractor accepts the revised bill, then deputy engineer generates the abstract of cost and forward to executive engineer for their approval. So after that, executive engineer is required to carry out at least 5% check. Okay, so he is responsible for 5% checks, means he has to verify all the quantities. Then next, after verifying this verifying by executive engineer, deputy engineer has to download the hard copy of measurements and abstract of cost available in the system as a PDF. Okay, so if executive engineer gives the permission that he has checked all that and it is okay, then deputy engineer has to download the hard copy of this all abstract of cost in PDF. The downloaded computerized MB shall be machine numbered and to be signed by JE, deputy engineer, executive engineer and contractor. Okay, so that downloaded copy should be printed, which should be machine numbered and should be signed by junior engineer, deputy engineer, executive engineer and contractor. So after downloading this MB in system, deputy engineer forwards that bill to executive engineer for passing. Okay, so in that executive login he will pass the bill and he will release the payment to the contractor. Okay, so this is the procedure which has been updated by MGP. Okay, so as per our requirement, this process can be changed. Okay, the various departments are having their various standardized procedures. So according to that procedure, any software company can give you the as per your requirement. Any software company can design the software. Okay, so the basic idea behind this developing e-measurement book is that these calculations are done by the computer, so no chances of errors, and that is more transparent, and that can be monitored at various level. Report generation is very easy, but as we discussed it is practically impossible, because there are various constraints in government sectors. So for due to that constraints, this e-measurement book is not popular in government work. Okay, so hope you understood this EMB. Thank you for listening carefully.